Wow, what a way to start the vlog. I feel like whenever I wear my dressing gown, it makes me look like a hunchback because it looks like these are my shoulders or like my neck all the way up here. I am going to start vlogging today because the next couple days I've got a few things happening where I thought I would try and attempt to take you with me. I've literally just woken up and I slept with these overnight curls again, which I'm pretty sure I showed in one of my other vlogs. It's literally just like the two silk bonnet style heatless curlers and I have no idea how this is going to look. I'm hoping it's going to look alright. This one was actually kind of pulling on me last night. There's like a little bit of hair that was pulling. But I'm a side sleeper and I find this the most comfortable way to do heatless curls. So I'm hoping it's actually going to look decent. I wrap them underneath. Oh no. Oh no. And then I'll show you how I put them in as well. Right. Let's pray that this one does not have a kink. Oop. Okay. Ow. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, right. Ignoring the fringe, the ends are pretty good. Although why is this piece like straight and the rest of it is super curly? Okay, well we're definitely gonna have to do something about this. What the hell happened there? The one downside to this technique is that you don't get the curls going away from your face on both sides because you kind of wrap them. What's happened to that piece as well? I'm interested what this will look like once it's dropped a little bit. I will let it drop for a bit and I will show you. But okay, wait, behind my ears not too bad. These are by the brand Eternal Muse, but I know that quite a few different brands sell them and it does actually come with 3, but I just put 2 in because I feel like my hair's not thick enough for 3, but if you want a third, go for it. Actually, this is looking all right. Like obviously it's very big and voluminous at the moment, but that will definitely drop. What does it look like from the back? Does it look alright from the back? So it comes with these like squishy satin rods and then the little caps to go on them, and I literally just section my hair into 2. I do the top half first. So I kind of scoof it up like this. I bring it relatively far forward so it's kind of in the middle of my hair. I make sure I've like brushed through it all. Obviously I'm not going to do it now because I've just taken it out. And then I take a clip like this. This came in a set that I got in TK Maxx, but it's just like a hair clip thing. And then I clip it like that just so that it's easier to manage. Take my rod, start with the end and kind of tuck it underneath like that. And then hold it as I wrap the rest of my hair kind of around it until you get to the base of there. And then I pull this bit forward and then I popper it there. You can then at this point gently take the clip out and then popper it together. And then once you've done that, you just put the little hat on it. And so then once this one is up in its little donut thing, I then repeat that with all of the rest of my hair and I do another bun at the back, just like there. Plans today. Me and Cove are going to see Talia and Jazz and a few of Talia's other cousins, I think, who have also got babies. I think they're all her cousins. I'm not actually 100% sure. Cousins, friends that are a bunch of baby mums basically, and we're having a baby day. So I don't know how much I'll be able to get of that footage because obviously I'm not going to get all the babies in it. I would try and film something when I'm at Talia's house. It would be nice to see Jazz because I've not seen her in a while, and then obviously nice to meet everyone else as well that's got babies. I feel like we're all just going to have a big discussion about everything, which is really nice actually. And then tomorrow I'm actually off to an event in London, which I've not done in a while, but I'm going to an event with Half Magic and Donny Davy's going to be there, who, if you didn't know, Half Magic is the brand that was created by Donny Davy, who's the lead makeup artist in Euphoria. It's one of my favourite brands and they're doing an event in London tomorrow evening, which I'm going to. I am nervous for it, I won't lie, because it's been a while since I've been to an event. I don't think I've been to an event since I was pregnant. Have I been to an event since I've had COVID? So yeah, I have that tomorrow. I was invited by my friend Rose, who's assisting Donny throughout the week, which is really exciting. She's a makeup artist, Rose Gallagher, if you don't follow her on Instagram. I'm excited, but I'm nervous, but I will bring you with me in the hopes that it will force me to actually go and not drop out. I need to go have breakfast and get ready. I've showered, I've changed. The curls are actually now looking really good. All I did was brush them out and I've put in like, oh yeah, sorry, I didn't address. I'm doing the blackhead thing. I'll show you in a minute. Yeah, I put a little bit of oil through the ends and then brushed them out. And then obviously when I was in the shower, I just kind of piled on I piled all my hair on top of my head and put it in a super loose scrunchie and then put a shower cap on. The result is this, which I really like. And actually now that I've washed my hair, because I got it done obviously in the last vlog, I don't actually know. I mentioned a few vlogs back that before I even got this new camera, I had a vlog that was ready to go and was kind of like waiting to be approved for a sponsorship. That still hasn't gone live, so that's going to seem really out of place and it's going to be me with my old hair. So if you see a vlog, which is, it's like a day in the life of me as a mum, that one was filmed on my old camera a few weeks back. It's just been taking a little while to get it approved by the brand, which is fine, but I really hope it performs well for them because, yeah, obviously that was like a few weeks ago now. I got a new jumper the other day in Urban Outfitters because I got a voucher for my birthday from James's parents, and I thought this is really, really cool. I love Urban Outfitters. They've got such cool stuff, but I do think it's a bit overpriced for like what it is. But they have unique stuff. Like you wouldn't find this in Zara, do you know what I mean? And it looks a bit more vintagey, which I like. This was actually from the men's section, but I love that brand that they sell that's called like Eets Franz or something. I'm doing my blackhead treatment, which again I mentioned a few vlogs back. I have a whole video about this on my main channel, but I've been using this so often, and the more I use it the better it works. And now when I peel it off, I get like, I can see where the oil is like lifted out of my pores. Maybe if I zoom in, will you be able to see? I'm just sat editing this and I feel like I need to give you a warning, but I am about to scrape out the blackheads from my chin and my nose, and it's a bit of a jump scare, so I thought I'd just warn you. If you don't want to see that, you might want to skip ahead like a minute. Can you see what I mean? And then you scrape. You can't really see what I'm doing. I didn't get out that much, but my nose is where it's at. Like when I peel this off, can you see? You already see where it's coming out, like here. It is so satisfying. So satisfying. Sorry, that was a bit of a jump scare. Look, do you see what I mean? You can see where it's already coming out of my pores. Then you just use a spatula to... Oh my god! Okay, I'm gonna finish the rest of this and I'll show you my nose afterwards, but how gross. I'm gonna have to put a little like warning before people watch this clip. Literally no one asked for that, to see me scraping my pores, but I just wanted to show you because that's what I've been doing and I feel like it makes my nose so smooth. I've been doing it maybe like once a week. I'm gonna sit here and do a quick little makeup thing. Also, some of my lights fell down and I don't know how or when they fell down. I mean, I guess to be fair, they've been up for a while. Yeah, I don't know if it's because it got warm in this room, they're like melted off the wall, but the command strips are fully like just come off. So I need to figure that out and put them back up because it looks a bit shit like that, doesn't it? I mean, actually, they never came further than the radiator because there's a radiator here, which you don't see in my videos, in like my main videos, but they only came out like an extra, what's it called? Like an extra strip. My skin is so good at the moment, minus this spot here, which I'm guessing this is from me wearing my glasses because it's literally like right under the bridge of my glasses. But other than that, my skin is actually maybe the best it's been since I was like 21. I kind of don't want to say this because I don't want to jinx it, but I almost feel like since having a baby, my hormonal acne has kind of gone. And I googled it, and obviously I know that you get hormonal changes when you're pregnant, and then after you've given birth your hormones kind of like mess about a bit, and I'm only what, like 7 months postpartum, so I know that that could change. But it used to be like absolute clockwork. It would be like when I would get my period or a few days before my period, I would get breakouts on my cheeks mostly, or like my chin, and then they would be there for like a week and then they would disappear, and then the rest of the couple of weeks my skin would be flawless, and then the cycle would continue. I've had a fair few periods now since I stopped breastfeeding, and so far my skin's been really good, but it's like one of those things I'm scared to put out into the world in case it then changes. But this is kind of like my everyday makeup routine, I guess. At the moment I've really been loving this, the Arborian stuff, and I did an ad for this on my TikTok, but I genuinely use this all the time, mostly because it's so easy. I normally just rub it in with my fingers. I might actually use a brush today. Actually, maybe I need a little bit more than that. Obviously, I say this is my everyday makeup routine, but I do actually switch up my products all the time. Quite a lot of my products I try and like chop and change between them, because obviously like I'm testing new stuff all the time. It actually looks like a gorgeous day today. I hope we can get outside for some of it. I'm actually kind of jealous that James is going to be here and going and taking Pinks out for a walk, because I would love to join them. I'm still using this MAC one all the time. If you watched my favourites of the year video, this was like my favourite concealer of the year. Shade NC5 of the MAC Studio Radiance concealer. When the sun is out, I actually feel like a different person. I feel so much less anxious. I feel so much more positive about everything. I feel more productive. I feel like I just have a better outlook on life when the sun's out. I was never like a summer hater. I always enjoyed the summer, but I used to always prefer the winter. And I feel like in terms of my personality, I'm a winter person, and in terms of my fashion sense, I'm a winter person, because I love a sweatshirt and like being comfy, and I don't particularly like getting my arms and legs out. I feel like my staple uniform is an oversized sweatshirt and some baggy jeans. I'm really trying to use up this bronzer, and it's got a pearl stuck to it from when I did some Halloween makeup. Brilliant. Lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I always used to be such a winter person, and specifically like the holidays, so Halloween and Christmas especially. Like I've always been such a big Christmas lover, but the past few years I feel like since COVID happened, and actually since I moved out, Christmas became a lot less exciting, which is sad because it's always been my absolute favourite thing ever. But I think it was because like at school we would do fun stuff, and my family always used to live near to me, as in like my extended family, like my aunts, my uncles, my cousins, everyone used to live close by, whereas now everyone is all over the place, so we barely see my family anymore at Christmas. And then there was like a good few years where we didn't even see my brother on Christmas because it was COVID, and then my brother doesn't live super close anymore, and obviously like he's got a wife and they go and see her family, which is obviously completely understandable, and that's like, you know, life happens. But I think as I got older, Christmas became less of like it became less of what I was used to, and I think every year it would kind of be the same, and I loved that. And then suddenly it was like, whoa, wait a sec, this isn't the Christmas that I know and love. Do you know what I mean? And then since then I feel like I've kind of lost the love. I still love it, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's not as exciting as what it used to be. Obviously I'm now 29, so that probably makes a difference, but a lot of people do say that the magic comes back when you have your own kids, so I feel like when Cove's a bit bigger we will hopefully experience that again. And eventually we would love to give him a sibling. I think. Yeah, I would love for him to grow up with a sibling, because me and my brother have such a good relationship, and like we got on so well as kids. Obviously we still get on now, but we went to school together, we would play together, we would watch the same shows, and I would love to kind of experience that for my own kids. But we will see, I guess. For people that are like, oh, you're gonna have a second baby, it's like, give me a minute. Give me a minute. I do think about it all the time. And part of me is like, I don't know. Like, it's hard. It's tough to know, like, what the perfect age gap is. But I feel like I still need some time to just process everything before even thinking about having a second one. But then also my brain is like, well, the sooner that you have a second one, then you never have to do it again, because we only want to have 2 kids. You know, I had a really rough pregnancy and birth and and the newborn stage, like all of that, hated it. Now, absolutely loving it. Like, this is the best time now that he's like 7 months. I feel like from 4 months onwards, I started to really enjoy it. And then actually, no, the sleep got really difficult, and now that he's sleeping again, like this is the best stage so far. But the thought of having to go through all of that again, like the pregnancy, the potential of having HG, the gestational diabetes again, possibly just the birth and the newborn phase, I feel like the newborn phase wouldn't be as bad as long as my recovery isn't what I had last time. I'm really owed one, you know. I'm owed a good one. I feel like the newborn phase won't be quite, obviously, like won't be shocking and won't be as challenging. Well, I mean, obviously we'll have a second child to look after at the same time, but you know, it won't be such a shock to the system because we've already done it once, and we don't have to kind of like be as scared and like try loads of different things out and dance around with like, oh, do we do this, do we not do this, because we've done it already. And so part of me is like, oh, maybe we just try and have a second one like a little bit closer in age, so that then we can just get past the newborn phase, and so that then I never have to have the fear of being pregnant again, because it's always in the back of my mind of like, oh god, I've got to do that all over again at some point. And don't get me wrong, I really want to. By the way, I'm really liking this NYX powder. It's like the teeny tiny one. What's it called? Wonder Snatch. Also, I totally understand that I'm speaking from such a privileged position of like, obviously we're so lucky to have had a baby, because genuinely that was like another fear of mine of like, it was always a dream of mine to have kids, and I feel like, I don't know, there's always fears in my brain about something. It's like, oh god, what if we get to the stage where we have kids and we can't have them for whatever reason, and now it's like I've got a baby, and then my brain moves on to the next fear. It's like, will you ever settle? I feel like most of you that watch me kind of understand what I'm saying with certain topics, and I do kind of want to speak honestly on here about how I'm thinking and feeling, but then at the same time, like, I'm aware that sometimes when you just speak your thoughts, I don't want to upset anyone, and I don't want to come across as like being unaware of my privileges and stuff. And I don't know, how did this get so deep? I was just sat here doing my makeup. This is why my vlog footage ends up being 2 hours long. By the way, the blush I used was Rose Sprinkle. This is kind of like my daily routine at the moment. Let's do a little bit of... I'm using the Hung Van Gogh blush in the shade Positivity, which I really hope Hung's brand is going to come to Sephora UK soon, because I love this bronzer. It's just so easy to use. If anybody watching has got kids and you've had 2 and had like the same fears as me, I would love to know your thoughts, and like if you've been through it as well. What age gap? I don't think there's ever a perfect age gap for kids, but you know, it might take a lot longer than it did the first time. You never know with these things, and I feel like with every age gap there's a different challenge with stuff. But if anybody's got multiple kids, what's your age gap? What do you think of the age gap? I'm curious to know. I've really been liking this blush, the Made by Mitchell Blush Pod in Cheeks In. this one. I really need to start using an actual contour shade on my nose instead of my bronzer because it looks a bit silly, but oh well. This camera definitely washes out my makeup. Like, it washes out the colours a little bit. Hopefully I can fix that in post. In post? Who am I? This isn't a film. Post-production, aka me editing. You know what? I've not done my little fake freckles in a while. This is the Rimmel... Nope, it's not. It's the Revlon Semi-Permanent Brow Ink, which is the best freckle thing in the world. Why do I feel like I've contoured my nose to look bigger by accident? This is not what I want. This is not what I planned. Anyone else that grew up in the time of High School Musical, does your brain do that every single time you say this is not what I want? It immediately goes to Sharpay every single time. Brush it off kind of loosely. Did that help? Actually, yeah, I feel like that kind of helps a little bit. Did it? I'm using my Refi brow thingy, which is one of the best brow products in the world, in my opinion. Now I'm overthinking if I'm gonna leave in the conversation that I had before. I'm like, is that oversharing on the internet? Probably. It's one of those conversations that I'm sure a lot of people relate to, and I'm sure a lot of people don't relate to as well, but I can hear the birds tweeting outside. I just want to go outside. What's the time? I probably need to leave. Oh my god, I do need to leave. I needed to leave 5 minutes ago. Shit, sorry Tyler if you're watching this. This is how I'm late. Cove's still napping. I feel like if he'd have got up sooner, then that would have spurred me to get my shit together, but he's still asleep. I'm gonna be late, but I think there's like 7 people with babies going, so I'm sure I'm not gonna be the only one. Also, good that he's got his nap in now, because then hopefully he'll stay awake longer when I get to Talia's. Oh, I was gonna make an iced coffee as well. Setting spray, MCO Beauty. Oh, I think I just missed and put all of that in my hair. Great. And then finally, oh my god, no, not finally. I've not done my lips. Let's just do this. What is this? Collection Cappuccino. And then I already had a bit of lip balm on, so that'll do. Actually, let's just add a little bit more. This is the Rimmel Butter Me Up Balm. Gloss is not ideal with a baby, but I still do it anyway. Because he's got to the point where he starts just like grabbing my face. He'll just put his hand in my mouth, so not ideal. And then I think this is going to be my mascara of the year. It's the L'Oreal Extensionist mascara, which I absolutely love. I feel like it's on par with the Panorama mascara for me. Oh, this one's just a little bit more lengthening. Like, look how long my lashes are. I really like how my makeup turned out today, although I feel like I look really oily already. What did I do with it? What did I do with my powder? Everything in my brain turns into a song. There is so much that I cut out of my videos. There are so many things that I cut out where I'm like, I can't leave that in, that's too weird. But like so often, just I will sing what I'm doing to myself. Nobody's here. I saw a post on Instagram yesterday and it said I healed so hard that I'm almost as weird as I was when I was 13. And I was like, I kind of actually get that. I always say, if I'd have met James back in school, we never would have been together. Like, we were so different. He was super sporty. He wasn't in like the popular group. He also like did have a lot of friends and kind of like got on with everyone. And actually, I had a fair amount of friends at school, but we were all like, we were not the popular group. But I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like me and James were so different as kids that if we'd have met back then, we would not be married now. My hair looks so good. What the hell? Let's go wake up the baby. Let's do a bit of the Eclair perfume by Lattafa. It's so nice. Vanilla-y. We're off. This time I'm going to try and not go the wrong way on the motorway and add an extra 20 minutes to my journey like I did the last time I went there. I said I was going to try and film some clips when I was here, and then I got here and I got too shy. But there's babies everywhere. Obviously not going to get the babies in it, but Jazz is here with Hudsie. Yeah, just evidence.
It's Estee Lauder. Blame Estee Lauder.
Blame Estee Lauder. Yeah, they changed their formula. Yeah.
Can you wave to Soph's camera? Say hi. How is this camera? Is it good?
It is good, but it takes a while to get used to, because when you move, it kind of like, it moves.
Oh, does it like stabilise?
With you? Yeah, which is great in a lot of situations, and I do really like it. Oh god, what's going on? I was just kicking Junie. Also, yeah, Talia is here, but I think she's in the kitchen making some lunch, but we're having a nice baby day. So many babies. What you got? I'm currently pulled over, but I'm just driving around because little man is asleep. He fell asleep when I was in the car, and I don't want to go home yet because he's still asleep, and while I'm still driving, he's still napping, so I guess I just keep driving. I'm currently just sat here because he's still asleep, and I'm like, if he can sleep for another 5 minutes, he's done a full hour in the car. Also, something that I realised, hang on, I'm going to get copyright claimed on. There needs to be more coffee place drive-throughs because I would have loved to have a coffee on the way home, but I couldn't find a single drive-through coffee place, and I asked my Siri to do it for me, and it basically just told me where the Starbucks were, but they didn't tell me if it was drive-through or not, so I can't just like rock up to one on a high street, do you know what I mean? It was so nice though. I obviously only got that clip of me and Jazz just because, like I said, I didn't think I was going to be able to film much when I was there, just because there's so many babies and so many people that aren't online. But we basically just like chatted about baby stuff, had some lunch. Some of the babies interacted with each other, which was cute. Cove started to get a little bit like fussy because he was tired, and I was like, well, I could try and get him to sleep in the pram, but he doesn't like sleeping in the pram anymore. I think because he's so used to napping in his cot. Like, if we're out and about and we're pushing him round and we're already walking and then he happens to fall asleep in the pram, then fine. But if it gets to his nap time and he's tired and you then try and put him in the pram, he's like, this isn't my cot, I'm not in my sleeping bag, can't roll onto my front, because he likes sleeping on his front. But I think it's just like out of routine for him that he just won't sleep in the pram unless he accidentally happens to fall asleep in there. And I don't know if there's any like super lightweight travel cots that are easy to put up and down to go to people's houses, because we do have a travel cot, but it's really heavy. Now he's too big where he doesn't really contact nap anymore. It was still a nice day. We had some nice food, had some nice chats. It was nice to meet the other girls, and yeah, he's still asleep, guys. 1 minute and he's been asleep a full hour. Hello everyone, it is the next day. James is just playing his guitar. He's taking lessons at the moment, which is exciting. But I was actually gonna get a spot patch. One sec. James, did you see this that I was sent? It's like a squishy, I got this PR package from, I thought the brand was called Mighty Patch, but it's called Hero. And I've actually bought these before, and I posted on my story about how I like the spot patches. They've sent me a little top up, which is very nice of them, but they sent this little like plushy, spot patch packet. What was that music video from the early 2000s that had like a walking milk bottle with arms and legs? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? James, do you know what I'm talking about? Do you remember that music video that had a milk bottle or like a milk carton? But I've actually just run out of my Garnier spot patches and I forgot to order some more, so these came at a great time. I feel like, was I not just talking about how my skin was really good? This spot that was on my nose developed into an actual spot, which is really annoying. I do really like these, but they don't come with the smaller size ones. The Garnier ones have got 2 different sizes, and I just want like a little small one. Let me see what this is gonna look like. We're just heading out for a walk, and then this evening I've got the Half Magic event, which I'm feeling quite nervous for, because I can't remember. James, have I been to an event since I had COVID? I'm not sure I have. Oh no, wait, I have. I went to the Charlotte Tilbury event before Christmas. Lucy's Charlotte Tilbury one. I'm not sure I've been to an event since then, so I feel quite nervous, and especially like an evening event. They're generally not my kind of thing anyway. Just gonna put on a little bit of tinted brow gel. This is the Victoria Beckham Beauty one, but it's kind of annoying because the product is on the wrong side of the brush. Like it's on like the flat side. So you kind of just have to wipe it in your eyebrows. Right, I'm gonna do this and then go make a coffee, and then we're gonna go for a walk, and then I will show you me doing my makeup and picking my outfit for the event. Coffee is being made to take with us. Your love was handmade for somebody like me. Guys, we're having a bit of a disaster. We've come out for a walk because it was sunny. We thought, you know, it'll be fine, it'll be nice. It is still so muddy from where it's been raining, and we've got the pram with us, and we've just been having to lift the pram through the mud, and the pram is muddy, James is muddy, I'm muddy. I just wore my trainers. I don't know why I didn't wear my walking boots. I wore an old pair of Air Forces, but they are fully covered in mud. So, not a great start to our walk. Look at the state of my shoes. This is a bit of a disaster, isn't it, James? There is a woodpecker somewhere in these trees, and I want to see if it's going to make the noise again. Oh,
it's coming from over. Oh, there's one up in.
Did you guys hear that?
I don't think we can see it, but I think it's in one of these 2 trees here. Yeah.
There's 2. There's definitely 2. One came from that way.
Bless you.
Somewhere up there. There is a woodpecker up there. Who do I think I am? David Attenborough. I'm not gonna lie, guys, this walk has been an absolute disaster. We were trying to walk to go get a coffee, but it was just so muddy. There was no way we were getting the pram through there. But I did obviously bring my coffee with me. James, on the other hand, didn't bring a coffee. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm actually going to wear to this event later. I was kind of thinking this, which is a like sequin Zara blazer, but then this is more wintry, isn't it? And also, like, I've got dresses and stuff, and I feel like what would be cool, I've got like a Manière Devoir blazer dress, which is cool, and the last time I wore that was when I was in Amsterdam for Fashion Week, and I feel like it's very Half Magic. Actually, where is it? I'm driving and I know that it's going to get really like wrinkled in the car and I don't have anywhere that I can change before I go into the event. But also I kind of want to be comfy because I'm nervous. I don't want to wear anything that's too out of my comfort zone because then that will make me more anxious. See, this would be sick. This is another thing that I made when I did Fashion Week with Steve Madden in Amsterdam, which I don't actually know why I was there. It was very nice of them to invite me, but yeah, I made like a little two-piece thing, which I don't know where the jacket is. I'm just seeing like, do I have anything that's cool and comfy? And then I have some sparkly bag options. You know what? I think I'm going to do this bag, this cool metallic one. Ooh, and then I could wear my silver boots actually. Now let's see if there's anything in here. Is there hidden money? Is there a hidden lip liner? No, nothing. Brilliant. I've just had some lunch / dinner. What's the time? It's 3:49. I need to leave here at 5, so I've got an hour and 10 minutes to get myself ready, which I feel like fine. I can definitely do that. I made this spot so much worse because I took off the spot sticker. I still felt the need to squeeze my spot and now I've made it so much worse. It's literally like angry and swollen. Why do I do this? Why do I do this? I'm getting ready for this. Well, I'm not getting ready, am I? I'm sat here talking to you. I need to get a wiggle on. I was going to film a TikTok, but I realised that I needed to charge my phone. And also, I feel like I'm not in the right mindset to film a TikTok right now. That sounds ridiculous, but I feel like I just need to sit here and not be stressing about trying to film a TikTok and get the right angles and get all that set up because I've not like, you know, I've not set up my tripod or my lights or anything. I've literally just turned on one light. And weirdly, I feel like filming right now an actual video that I need to be fully presentable and like make sure it's good for editing and in the right framing and stuff. I just don't feel like that's going to make me more nervous. I just wanted to put in a quick trigger warning in case anybody's not in the right frame of mind to hear about my anxiety issues right now. If you want to skip this bit, feel free. Yeah, if I'm being completely honest, my anxiety recently has not been great, and quite often when I have events or I'm seeing people in London, I'll say to them like, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna drive because, you know, it'll just be easier than getting the train, and I'll make up an excuse for why I decided to drive into London when actually the main reason is because I'm too anxious to travel into London by myself. It's weird, like I'm fine if it's during the day, but the second that I know that I'm going somewhere in the evening that requires me getting a train by myself into London, I just feel like I can't do it unless I drive. And I know that I can, and I know that I would be fine. It's just my anxiety. Weirdly, I feel so much less anxious when the sun's out, but I actually think in my head, something about the sun, I just think, well, it's brighter, the evenings are longer, and if anything were to happen to me, it will be bright and more people would be able to see. And I don't know, my brain, I don't like the dark very much. I don't think anybody likes travelling in the dark by themselves, especially as a woman, but I don't know, when I was pregnant my anxiety kind of disappeared, and then since having Cove my anxiety's kind of returned, and I think it's obviously nowhere near to the extent that it used to be when I was younger, but it's not been great. And I've had moments where I felt too anxious and just said no to stuff because I'm like, I just can't do that right now. And the event today, I was like, okay, it's an evening event. It said on the thing that it's in a venue that's got like loud music or a DJ or something. And I was like, that's so not normally my kind of thing. Because I know that my makeup artist friend Rose is going to be there, that makes me feel better about the situation because I'm not just walking into a room full of complete strangers, but I don't really know anyone else that's going. And in my head I'm like, oh, but what if Rose is talking to someone else? Like, I can't just spend the whole time with Rose because she's going to want to talk to other people, and then what am I going to do? Just stand there like a lemon? So I'm hoping that I know some other people that are coming because I'm not very good. Well, in some situations when I'm forced to talk to other people, then I feel like I can, but I find it so uncomfortable introducing myself to strangers. So that's the kind of like social anxiety aspect of it. But the main thing that I'm nervous about is just mostly the journey into London by myself. And so I have booked a parking space for like nearby outside of the venue, but even just having to walk for like the 2 minutes that I have to walk there by myself, I'm feeling so nervous for. And obviously I have had therapy in the past and that definitely helped a lot, but I feel like my brain just goes to places of, I don't know, my brain doesn't go to good places, and I feel like, yeah, it's got a little bit worse since having COVID, and especially for a while I had a real anxiety around James, where some nights I literally would like get myself so worked up with the anxiety that I would just lie in bed crying because I was so anxious about anything happening to James. No, my skin's doing that flaky peely thing because of the tretinoin. I've literally exfoliated twice today. Why? I will put a trigger warning before this because I don't want to like set anyone else off, but when it comes to traveling by myself, my brain just goes, you're gonna die, which maybe that's a bit of a heavy thing to talk about in the vlog, but I don't know, I get quite a lot of questions about like, oh, how's your anxiety and stuff, and I think I'd mentioned that during pregnancy it pretty much disappeared, and then weirdly, like, since I'm no longer pregnant, my hormones have just gone woohoo, let's put that switch back on. Guys, how am I going to cope with this spot? Like, I genuinely might have to go and ice it because I can't do anything about that. I will definitely be powder foundationing that one. I wish more than anything that I could turn off that part of my brain. And I've said to James the other day, like, when Cove's been sleeping, he's been sleeping great. I've not been sleeping great. And half the time it's because I'm lying in bed. When it gets to the end of the day, my brain will go into absolute overdrive and it will think of like all the worst case scenario things. And sometimes my brain will overthink itself into me panicking. Hypothetical situations that haven't even happened and aren't even real. And also I've been getting something again recently, which I used to get, and it would be like an occasional thing, but now I feel like it's happening pretty much every night, where I get these intrusive thoughts, but like intrusive images that will flash into my brain. So if I'm lying there trying to sleep and I'm not listening to anything or watching anything, not only does my brain overthink, but I also get these moments where suddenly I will see like a horrific image or something really scary. And actually I need to do a bit of Googling because I'm not 100% sure what it is, but I'm assuming it's related to my anxiety. Like, I used to get really bad nightmares, and it's almost like it's not a nightmare because I'm still awake, but I'll close my eyes and suddenly I'll see something like really scary in my vision, to the point where it makes me open my eyes because I'm like, oh, and like I don't then want to sleep because of that, because sometimes I will try and think my way out of it and then it just keeps coming back and like happening again. I don't know, does that make any sense? Like, I'll close my eyes and I'll see like a really scary person or like a vision of something awful happening, and so then obviously that raises my heart rate and I struggle to sleep and I just lie there for ages trying to sleep. And then the downside is, if I then go on my phone to try and distract myself, because I normally like watching a video or like I will watch or listen to ASMR or something, then I've got the light from my phone even on the lowest dimness and with like the yellow light feature on, that still then obviously stops me from sleeping because I'm on my phone. And then if I just try and listen to something, I find my headphones are really uncomfortable in my ears. Like, I used to fall asleep with my headphones in all the time, but now I just find it way too uncomfortable. I tried one of the pillows that has got like a Bluetooth thing in it, didn't work, could barely hear it. I feel like for ASMR to work for me, it needs to be in my ears. Tried one of those eye masks that's got like the headphones in it, but again, I found that really uncomfortable. I don't know if I need to get one of the more expensive ones, because I got one that was like, I don't know, 35 quid on Amazon. But I could feel, like, even with the eye mask on, with the speakers in it, I could feel them in my ears, and also they weren't in the right place, and no matter where I'd move them to, it wouldn't work, and I just don't know what the solution is. And obviously I could try reading, which I might try doing that at some point, but then I feel like with reading, you've then got to have the light on, and at some point you've got to put the book down and then try and fall asleep without reading something. Whereas when I would listen to ASMR, I would literally fall asleep as I was listening to it, and I would not be aware of me actually falling asleep. So if anybody has any tips on like trying to get to sleep when you have anxiety issues, let me know if there's anything that's worked for you, because I'm not quite sure what the solution is, but I keep getting like 7 hours of sleep, even though Cove goes to sleep at like 7:30. And even if I get into bed early and I think, okay, today I'm going to have a better night's sleep and I'm going to catch up on some of the sleep that I've missed, I then will literally just lie there for hours not able to get to sleep. Like, there was one day I got into bed at 10:30 and I couldn't sleep till 2 in the morning, and I was like, what is wrong with my brain? Why did I get into such a deep anxiety chat? Basically, it was telling you that I feel nervous to go to this event. It's the people thing, and it's the journey thing, and it's the darkness thing, and it's the being in London thing. Like, all of those things combined. I love going out when I am seeing family and friends, but when it comes to actual like work events and having to interact with people that I don't know, it's really not for me. I just don't think it's my personality type, which is fine, because not everyone has to be like that. I like being at home. Well, that's a lie, because I love travelling, but do you know what I mean? I like being in my comfort zone, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'm going to do a bit more of my makeup and then I guess I'll show you, because I've already been talking for 15 minutes and I need to get a wiggle on. What's the time? Oh crap, it's 4:05. Obviously I'm going to be using some half magic stuff, and I think as well with my outfits. My outfits are always so boring, because I do have some fun stuff in my wardrobe, but I always just resort to the things that feel most comfortable, because when I'm feeling anxious I'm like, well, I can't then wear an outfit that's out of my comfort zone. That's just going to make everything so much worse. Even though what I want to wear to this event is like a cool blazer dress with some heeled boots, I'm like, well, that's just going to draw more attention to myself. And if I go anywhere by myself, I'm like, well, I can't wear boots that are going to make a noise. And if I am going to wear boots that make a noise, then I need to be wearing trousers. I can't be wearing a skirt or a dress, because then that makes me feel more vulnerable. I'm sure a lot of people relate to that, but I try to be like as silent and understated and like bitchy looking as possible when I'm out and about, so that I don't attract any attention from anyone. So fun being a woman, which is a real shame, because I want to look cool and I want to look like I've made an effort. Like, if I had a hotel down the road, then fine, I would probably do that. But the idea of having to walk through London wearing, realistically, people aren't going to care. But the idea of having to walk down like alleyways in London wearing an outfit and like being at an event in an outfit I'm not comfortable in, I don't want to do that. So I'm not going to do that. And it's not that deep. I'm not there for a fashion show. I'm there to go and see Rose and hopefully get to chat to Donny Davy because I love her and I respect her art. Like, she's such an artistic, creative makeup artist. I've got my little crystals. I'll definitely use some of those. By the way, I'm going to do something about this spot. I'm just letting it chill out for a moment. Then I'll put some powder foundation on it or something. This vlog is going to be so bloody long. You know what? I'm just going to leave these bits in and try and edit it down a little bit because I did want to show you me doing my makeup. So I'm using this bronzer. Let me get a cooler tone for my nose. I'm going to use this Kaleidos contour palette to do my nose. I definitely feel extra pressure because Donny's going to be there. And if I do get a chance to speak to her, I don't want her to look at me and be like, well, you should have made more effort. Not that she would ever do that, but you know what I mean. I want her to look at me and be like, your makeup's so cool. Because she's actually one of my inspirations. But I just know that if I see her, am I going to have the confidence to go over by myself and be like, hey... No. And my friend Rose is assisting her this week. And Rose is super confident, so I'm hoping that Rose will be able to introduce me to her. If not, I might have to try my best to put on my big girl pants and just get on with it. I'm using that Made by Mitchell blush pod. Just a little bit, although I'm already quite blushy from the Road one. A little bit on the nose. And then I'm using the Half Magic highlighter in Light Trap. Oh no, Enter the Glow. Can't really see it in this lighting. Why not? It's such a nice highlighter. Oh god, am I too blushy now? Because this is kind of a blushy highlighter. Oh well, I think it's going to be dark in there. I really try to not cancel things because of my anxiety. Like, I try to look ahead to the future. Oh, this is such a bad thing to say. I try to think like I know on the day I'm going to get super anxious and want to cancel, so I'm just going to say no now. But then there are times where I think, you know what, I'm just going to say yes, and then it gets to the day and I'm like, I don't want to go. I really don't want to go. I don't want to do this. Why did I say yes? But then actually that does tend to force me to go because I really don't like cancelling stuff on the day. There was a time where I'd said yes to a Maybelline event and then I got so worked up about it, I ended up having a panic attack, crying off my makeup, and then redoing my makeup. And my manager at the time was like, I can just tell them that you can't come. And I was like, no, I will be there. And I did show up like an hour late, but it was kind of like a drop-in evening event thing, and I then got there and felt so silly because there was hundreds of people there and I was like, it does not make a difference to them if I'm here or not. But I didn't want to be rude and be like, yeah, I'll come, and then just not show up. People do that in this industry all the time. It's actually really bad, so I don't want to be one of those people. Not that I'm saying that I'm better than anyone else, but I feel like there are some people that, I don't know, there are a fair few rude people in this industry and I don't want to contribute to that. There's obviously some lovely people as well. Like, I've been on situations in the past, like on brand trips. I remember I went on a brand trip with Benefit once and there was one girl on the trip, she's never gonna watch this, there was a girl on the trip who just didn't come to any of the things that Benefit had planned, and she didn't even show up to her flight on the way home, and I don't think she let anyone know. And it's like, if you've accepted to go on a brand trip, is it not so rude to then just not show up? I think it's rude to then just not show up to any of the activities. And actually it was the same on the Steve Madden brand trip. Like, all of the UK girls that were there, we showed up to everything, and then there were some other girls that were there because it was like a global brand trip. There were some other girls that just didn't show up to the things that were planned, or they would be like 2 hours late because they were getting ready. And obviously I can't speak about running late to things, but when it's like a brand trip or something where, for example, you're going to miss a bus, if you then don't show up, everyone else is waiting for you. And if you just don't let anyone know that you're not coming, like, I feel like that's so rude. If you're going to be late for something, at least message someone and be like, I'm so sorry, I'm running late, I'll make my own way there, or, you know, something similar. Don't just not show up. Anyway, sorry, that was a bit of a rant. Where was I even going with that? Can't even remember. Lost my train of thought. That spot is still there. I have so many fun Half Magic products. I think I'm going to use the eyeshadows. Oh crap, I've just realised I forgot I had a tiny bit of mascara on and it's all transferred onto my concealer. How am I actually going to fix this? I've got like mascara embedded into my concealer here. If I try and layer stuff on top of it, I feel like that's just going to ruin everything. I'm actually going to put down one of the glitter pucks as my base because these are kind of like wet and creamy. This one is the Glimmer Pop one, which is my favourite because I did this the other day and it actually worked really well, just that by itself. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Taking the blue, which is called Mermazing, I think it's called, or Mermaculate. I'm kind of going to use this as, maybe if I zoom in, does that help? Can you see what I'm doing a bit better now? I'm gonna take some of that blue through my crease. I actually did a really similar look for this that I filmed for TikTok the other day, and I really like how it turned out, so I think I'm gonna try and do something vaguely similar. I want to do a wing, which I might actually do with one of the glitter liners, but let's just put down like a base for this first. To be fair, I should have used like a darker shade. I should have done black pencil first and then put this over the top. Or blue pencil even. Also, it's so weird getting ready in silence. Normally I've got my music blasting. I just want to put something on my lips. This is I may as well just use all Half Magic. This is the lip liner in More Haze. I'm so annoyed at myself for this spot. It would have been so coverable if I had just left it alone. Sorry if you can hear James watching his YouTube video in the background. Oh, I want to use a bit of that Made by Mitchell lipstick, but I think it's in my handbag. Oh, do I have MAC Myth here? Yes. MAC Myth in the middle. Okay. And then I will put on a gloss. But I'm not going to do that yet because I'm still drinking a drink. But I will take with me the Magic Drip in Magic Brownie, or do I do the other shade? I got a PR package the other day. Wait, one sec. Let me just turn on more lights because, brilliant. It's starting to get bloody dark outside. So I had a PR package the other day which has a new shade of Glitter Puck and new shade of the Glitter Pill liner. And this one, oh, that one says Panic in Pink. I got the wrong shade. This one, Mother Mist. Let's see. This one is a blue. Okay, we'll do that. Princess Ghost is like a bluey shade. So I should have put that one down first. It looks like this. How exciting. Let's put, I've already cracked it. That's the one thing about these. Some of my favourite makeup products ever, but they're very delicate. So they do, to be fair, I said I just cracked that because it's kind of like water based. I highly recommend keeping the sponge in there, one, so they don't dry out, and two, because it kind of like holds them together and stops them from breaking as easily. Oh, that's a really cool, like bluish. Oh, this look reminds me of the Rina Sawayama, was it a Coachella look that I recreated a few years ago? And of course I'm going to add some little crystals. I don't know why I just said that like Gemma Collins. Oh my god. When I was pregnant, I was invited to do a job, which was me and Gemma Collins in a video. Who came up with this concept? It would have actually been iconic, but I was like, I can't be on her level. Like, how can I compete with the GC? So again, I said no. I like this shade a lot. It's like a light blue with little other sparkly like holographic bits in it. I'm confident with this. And then I'm going to take some of these little gems, which these, by the way, if you have problems with the gems falling off, I normally just use lash glue and I do normally find that they're fine. But if you prefer like a pre-glued gem situation, these are quite expensive, but they do not budge. Apparently they're medical grade glue. They're Half Magic ones, so I'm going to use these. Where are my tweezers? What have I done with them? What have I done with my tweezers? In the middle, actually. The main difficulty is getting them even. I don't want to go crazy. Actually, yeah, I do. Fuck it. Donny bloody Davy's gonna be there. I've got no idea when this vlog is gonna go up because I feel like it's gonna take me a week to edit because I am talking so much. Okay, now I'm actually excited. I'm excited to go because I'm excited at the concept of Donny Davies seeing my makeup and me being able to be like, it's all Half Magic. I'm such a fangirl. We knew this already. Right, let's do one down here. I feel like people should not be allowed in if they're not wearing glitter or crystals.
I need to go for a shower.
Okay, that's fine. I'll swap in like 5 minutes.
Alright, yeah.
Okay, so to try and cover this spot, I'm taking my Maybelline Superstay Powder Foundation. Do they still sell this stuff? As you can see, I use this a lot. But mostly, to be honest, for situations like this where I've got a massive spot and I want to try and disguise it. The trick is less is more, because the more that you try and cover it and like the more product that you put around the area, the more obvious it is. So I try and literally just put some in like the shadow underneath it and slightly on top of it as well. This is really going to bug me because I know that's going to be poking through. And the area around it is also kind of red and raised. And the only problem with this powder is it does have flashback. So I'm like, if I take any flash photos, it's just going to highlight that area. The MCO Beauty one that I think I used yesterday. And then I'm just going to go grab my mascara and I'll put that on. I've just got to go get changed. Do I do lashes or just mascara? I'm scared. I am going to go get changed and do my hair. Let's go do this thing. This is the finished eye look, by the way. Wow, I need to breathe out of my face. What is going on there? So pretty. This is the finished outfit. Very basic. I've literally just gone for black bodysuit, black jeans, my Steve Madden cowboy boots, silver bag. And then I just thought my new brown jacket was just like, you know, easy to put on. I feel like it's smart, casual, and there may be people there that are more dressy, but I was like, this will do. I feel comfortable in this, so it's fine. Let's go. Okay, I'm here. Well, I'm in my parking space. I've now got to walk. Oh, there's somebody coming. Excellent. Love it when I'm feeling nervous and there's a man hovering outside my car. I don't know where I'm going. Guys, I'm in the toilet. I just walked in and I don't recognise anyone. I didn't even see Rose, but it's loud out there, so I'm feeling nervous, but it's fine. I got this. I got this. I got this. Nice poster in the toilet. This is my very basic outfit. Oh yeah, this is the camera. It's so divvy. My very basic, comfy outfit with my silver details.
I don't know if you can hear me, but these are the vibes of the event. So there's a little photo station here. I've got myself a drink, and then more and more people are arriving. I think it's going to get quite busy. So far I've met one person that I recognise, but the rest of the people I don't know. So I guess I better go introduce myself. The queen herself have got glitter on them. Edible glitter. You can't taste it, but what the hell? Look at this. Guys, I don't know why I've done this. I got a burger and chips. How am I supposed to eat this? How do I eat this gracefully at an event? This is a burger, by the way. I've just said hi to Donnie. And so loud in here as I'm doing this here. This is very difficult. I was thinking about it earlier. I can't hear a thing. I'm
Guys, I did it. I am so sorry. Oh shit. Great. Brilliant. Brilliant. That's just what I meant to do. Have I just broke? Oh no, wait, why is it this way? I don't know if you can tell. I am so sweaty. If any of you just met me at that event and you were like, wow, she was a bit sweaty. When I went in, there was like 10 people and I thought, I'll just keep my jacket on because it wasn't that hot. And then it started filling up with people. And you know when you've committed to wearing a leather jacket, it got too far gone. I was like, I can't now take this off because I will be too sweaty. Also, I've just fully been talking to people and left, and I've got food in my teeth. I take food at these events because one, it normally looks quite good, and two, I'm like, it gives me something to do so that I don't just stand there awkwardly. And then I ended up with food in my teeth, and I was just chatting to Donnie, who was lovely, by the way. Why did I feel so awkward talking to her? Like, everyone actually at the event, I feel like I'm so awkward. They came around at one point with glitter popcorn, and I was taking a picture with Donnie, and Rose was taking pictures of us, and they brought around the glitter popcorn, and I was like, oh my god, look at my face. It was lovely to see Rose. It was lovely to bump into a few old faces, lovely to bump into a few new faces of people that I follow. I'm terrible though at recognising people. Like, there's so many people that I follow, and I see them when I'm swiping, but I don't necessarily remember their name. Or don't necessarily remember their face. I'll see like a cool makeup look, but if it's a close-up of somebody's eye, I then don't recognise their full face, if you get what I mean. Like, I remember the makeup but not the person. Does that make sense? I know that probably sounds really bad, but yeah, I met a few people that I follow, and a few people that followed me, and a few people that I've known from like years before events. Like, I bumped into Cece Clark, if any of you guys follow her. We used to do a lot of events, like similar events together with the same kinds of people, and she was there, which was nice. And yeah, it was obviously lovely to see Donnie. I did feel a bit bad because she was kind of swarmed with people. I mean, obviously that's why she's there to interact with everyone. I said to her, I was like, Half Magic is one of my favourite makeup brands, and I'm not just saying that. And she was like, I believe you. I feel like I'm losing my voice. Hang on, is my aircon like going into the microphone? Let me just turn that off for a sec. I asked her about Euphoria, and I said, are there going to be cool makeup looks? And she was like, of course, it's me. Which, yeah, fair. She said there's lots of glam in the new season, and she said that the new season is a bit like intense, which I feel like it always is, but very excited for that. And yeah, so excited. I got a little goodie bag as well, which I will show you guys when I'm home, or maybe in the morning, because I feel like when I get home I'm going to want to go straight to bed. But I did it. I survived it. That was definitely out of my comfort zone, but I'm happy that I went. I'm happy that I went. Even if I was really awkward speaking to most people, if you met me in this event and I seemed really awkward and uncomfortable, I'm very out of practice of meeting new people, and I don't know, I feel like I just forgot how to talk to people. And I stumble over my words quite a lot because my brain doesn't catch up with my mouth. Do you get what I mean? I'm gonna put you down and drive home because I've been chatting for a little while. Yay! The weather in London today is crazy. Like, the level of fog, you can't even see the tops of those buildings. It looks so creepy. Oh, what a banger. The cherry on top. Old school Katy Perry. Don't let it cheat with your heart. So hard every night and day, and now we get the payback. Oh my god, this is my throwbacks playlist. Obviously I can't talk to you right now because I'm driving, but you're just there. I don't even know. Yeah, okay, this is the worst angle in the world, but Nicole Scherzinger, will.i.am, Baby Love. I didn't know will.i.am was in this. You are my baby love, my baby love. I
I have so much Lonely Island on here. What time is it, dog? It's time for a switcheroo. I'm a mother lover, you're a mother lover. The Lonely Island was such a big part of my teenagehood. Oh, Cody Simpson. I was so in love with him. Wherever you are, no matter how far. Oh, Casey Musgraves, follow your arrow. I listened to this all the time when I was like 17. You don't save yourself for marriage, you're a horrible person. Only live once. She's not wrong. Oh, this JoJo album was one of my favourites when I was younger. Okay, I'm back. James is also back. James, oh, you can't actually see him on the table behind the sofa. Oh, you're eating your Dominoes.
Yeah, hungry.
What did you get?
Hot honey, duya, and pepperoni.
Oh, nice. James has been at a Pokemon event tonight. Oh, I've been subconsciously scratching myself on the way home. Brilliant. I thought I'd just have a quick little look at what's in the goodie bag because I didn't actually have a look. Oh, I have one of these, which I actually got one in one of the recent PR packages. It's a mini camera, which I don't actually know how you use, but that is so cute. It's like a little mini half magic digital camera. How do you even turn it on? Wait, what? Oh my god, this is so cute. Let's see if I can take a picture. Yeah, I'm gonna take a picture of you. I don't know if that works. Oh wait, it's video recording. That is so cute. I'll see if I can put this clip in the vlog. I wonder what it sounds like. Look, this is what you're currently balanced on. How cute is that? Hi UK Icons, your Glam game is legendary here and I'm so ready for Half Magic to enter the chat. You can find them in Sephora. Little thing. Wow. There's the eyeliner set. Ooh, okay, wait, I have that one. We've got some of the eye crayons. Yes, yes, that's the shade that I wanted. Champagne Snowflake. We've got some of the glitters, which obviously I used today. Lip liner in a new shade. The Glitter Puck. I think this is the original. Dopamine Sparkle. Blushing Lizard eyeshadow. Ooh, a new shade of the lip gloss called VHS Vixen. That looks so pretty. And then finally, an eyeshadow in Sparkle Puff. Oh, I'm not sure I have that one. That looks stunning. Oh, there we go. Oh, that is so gorgeous. Yay, I'm so excited to play with everything. Let's look at these eye crayons because they're really nice. The formula, they're super, super creamy. This is like a sparkly black. And then the one that I was really excited for is the champagne one, Champagne Snowflake. That's what Champagne Snowflake looks like. Oh, they're just so creamy. So sparkly. This is kind of like a stick form of the Glitter Puck, actually, kinda. Oh, that is so pretty. Can you see that? Oh, that is stunning. Hang on. Wow, I'm so oily. But, oh my god, yes, that is so pretty. I'm gonna keep this in my travel makeup bag because how handy to have a little, like, sparkly eyeshadow. Okay, right, I'm happy to be home. I'm gonna actually go to bed. Go and take all this makeup off. I really wish I'd filmed a TikTok before I left. Actually, I could maybe touch it up and film a quick one now. Thank you so much, Half Magic, for having me, and Sephora. I will see you in the next vlog. Thanks for coming with me. I've got so much footage for this vlog. It's gonna be like an hour long, but I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.